Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching Concrete Cowboy starring Idris Elba. Now when it comes to these Netflix dramas, especially when they come from film festivals like the Toronto Film Festival, a lot of them can be a hit or miss. Some of them you can easily see why they got praise at their specific festivals, and others feel like they're just there to fill out Netflix's catalog of films. Concrete Cowboy, which is based off the book Ghetto Cowboy, definitely falls into the former section. You can see why it was given as much praise as it was, even though the characters in the storyline are kind of by the numbers and predictable. Let's get to the story, shall we? The story is about a delinquent teenage boy named Cole, who, after being caught fighting at a school in Detroit, has basically been sent over to Philadelphia by his mother after she's had enough of his behavior. Basically, she sends him over there to live with his father, Harp, played by Elba, as Cole discovers an entire community of Black Cowboys that live in Philly, and he also has a choice whether to turn his life around by living with these Black Cowboys and possibly becoming better as a person, or continuing to go through his delinquent life with his childhood friend named Smush. But that's all I'll say about the story without spoiling anything. The story here is definitely one that we've seen before, but the addition of the Black Cowboys of Philly, specifically the ones from Fletcher Street, do give the film a little bit of a unique vibe to it. Especially since a lot of the Fletcher Street Cowboys were played by actual Fletcher Street Cowboys who were just playing, fictionalized versions of themselves. Or I should say just film versions of themselves. You could say it's similar to Nomadland, how there were certain actual nomads who simply played themselves in the film. So when it comes to those characters, they do feel pretty genuine, and their performances are rather solid, especially the cowboy in the wheelchair named Paris. I particularly like the stuff they do with his character. And Elba himself, the lead star of the film, does certainly give a committed performance, even though his tough father with a secret heart of gold character type has been done a million times before. But since the character of Harp has a great actor like Elba to portray him, it certainly benefits from that. And that could be said about the majority of the cast, because even though these characters are ones we've seen from these types of dramas a ton of times, the great actors that they have for them certainly help with their sometimes cliched dialogue and predictable storylines. Plus, the film runs at about 1 hour and 51 minutes, so it doesn't feel like it goes on for too long or feels too short. It feels like just the right amount of length. And Cole's relationship with the Black Cowboys really does it does feel genuine. It does feel like it's gradual, but he is becoming better as a person throughout the film, and it does feel like that in a somewhat reasonable, somewhat believable way. It's not just like he does one good thing and he suddenly gets redeemed for everything he did. It's more of a gradual process and a journey. And at the end, you do feel that he has gone through a significant amount of character development. It's just that his journey is one we've seen many times before, and there's not a lot of differences that are done with it. But for what it is, Concrete Cowboy is definitely a look into a part of Philly that I didn't know existed, while also giving us some great performances led by Idris Elba. So that's why I'm going to give Concrete Cowboy a 7 out of 10. See you next time.